Hey, Joey T and the Snob coming at you for another episode. I haven't done one in quite some time, and I thought maybe it's time to do a champagne, and this will be a champagne because it is from Champagne, France, um, or from California, you would call it a sparkling white. And just a couple tidbits on sparkling whites or champagne is that there's a couple grapes that you usually make that a sparkling white or champagne with, which would be a Chardonnay, and that's what this is, or a Blanc de Blanc. You'll see that on some of the labels. Or the other two grapes would be a Pinot Noir or Pinot Meunier. Those two would be what they would call a Blanc de Niort, Pinot Noir, Blanc de Niort. And you can see the bottle, a very traditional type bottle for champagne. Now, a couple things that I would like to do is maybe let's open a bottle of champagne and see how. I already cut the foil, as you can see the foil here to save some time. Take the foil off, and there is an art to this. We'll see if I'll be able to do this. And there's the wire cage, or the mousselet. And as you can see, if you can see this, there's this wire cage has a little to hold it down. It's twisted on. There are 6 half turns, and this is important. A lot of people don't know that, and you can maybe make some money on this. It could be a money maker. Ask people how many turns are there, and it's every single. If I open this one, this bottle, it would be 6 half turns. Nobody really knows why. It's probably people think because there's 6 atmospheres, the pressure holding the wine together here. But there's probably a standard that the machine that puts these on. I've read that there's only a couple of makers, and to reprogram it to do something less or something more probably would be costly. But so the proper way to open a champagne or a sparkling white is, all right, so 6 half turns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's open. There you go, all right? Kind of loosen that up a little bit. Now you got to make sure make sure that the cage is still on. And what you would want to do is you don't turn the cork. This is not the World Series, and you want this thing to splatter all over. You can even put a rag. I brought a rag too, but you can even put a rag over. What you want to do is hold it at about a 45-degree angle, and you want to slowly twist the bottle, not the cork. And you can start to feel it coming out. And as it starts to loosen out, just keep twisting. Keep twisting. Here it comes. I can feel it. All right. Here it comes. And you're going to hear a little pop. There you go. And just kind of hold it at an angle for a second, because if there was a lot of pressure, it would release the pressure that way. So there you go. It's pretty simple. So then you have your glass, your typical champagne glass. We've talked about champagne glasses in prior episodes. And it's fun. Champagne is fun. It's usually associated with celebrating. And the reason for that, if you go back and look, you may, or read, you may see that, royalty has always drank champagne back in the 19th century, etc. And so it was always associated with celebrating. So it's fun. And don't be afraid of champagne. It's it's refreshing. So you kind of... Now this is an older bottle, so it's... and you can see the Chardonnay color, which is more of a golden versus a pale. So it's an older, as older the wine gets, it's going to start to turn brown from on your whites. But nonetheless, there are 6 different types of champagnes, and it's all based on if it's how much sugar is in it. So if you have a ultra brut, there's no sugar in there. The next one down or up, I guess, depending on which way you're going, would be a brut, which is nearly dry, and that's about 1.5% sugar. The next one, which would be 2% sugar, is an extra dry. Next one after that would be dry or sec, SEC, 4%, or demi-sec then would be 8%. That would be the next one down from there. And then lastly, a doux, which is a very sweeter wine, and that's 10% alcohol. So a couple of little tidbits with about champagne or sparkling white. We talked about the cage, and you saw it was quite simple. 6 turns. Quiz your friends, and that could be a money maker. Hopefully you had some fun, and you're not afraid to drink a champagne every now and then, and it's a nice appetizer. You could drink it with before dinner or even during dinner. In any event, if you have any additional thoughts or comments, please send me a note, joey__t@hotmail.com, and happy drinking. Cheers. Joey T, signing out.